Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. God is Dawn live Thursday night. Anybody with me? I see 2 people in the room. That's cool. I'm just setting up with something real quick. Forgot to turn off my notifications. Mrs. Wells. Hello, hello. I need to turn the notifications off on this phone, but I'm scared to like touch anything. Okay, well, let me just play this by ear. How you doing, Mrs. Wells? Everything good? Welcome, welcome, welcome anybody coming in. Oh, dang. Battery's going low too. Give me 2 seconds. I'm good, thank you. What's up, Deshaun? I'm good, I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm here, I'm well, I'm breathing. Now I gotta charge my phone. Oh, dang it. And my charger's missing, which means my son has it. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go get my charger. Hey, hey, hey. I'll be right back. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gaining people, I'm losing people. Oh, I got 2 thumbs up. Thank you. We gonna talk about it. Give me 1 second. Let me just plug in this phone. I don't want to lose y'all in the middle of the intelligent conversation. You feel me? Okay. All right, I'm cool. I got action now with my. Can you guys hear me okay? Shoot. I need to get a tripod for this phone. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me something. Give me something, y'all. Kind of feels like I'm talking to a dark universe. Okay, cool. Thanks. I'm gonna call you DJ. Thank you, DJ. Okay, so we're gonna get this thing started. Thank you. Okay, I got me a little intro. I'm gonna play that real quick. Hey, Tasha. Hey, hey. And let's go. Yeah. This God is dawn in a chariot. Where she at? There she is. You should her die. Then it's rising. No more good night. It's time to take flight. Don't be uptight. Like and subscribe. Come something nice. It's love in this light. High vibration. Here's God is dawn. Get in. To my son for that intro. Very talented young man. It's too bad I can't even like show him. But like I was saying, I can't even shout him out on this platform because it's so treacherous. Like YouTube, you guys don't even understand. I mean, you might understand, but as a creator on here, there's some hating people who will go into your whole life and try to turn it upside down because they don't like something you're saying, or they don't like your opinion. And so yeah, I can't even shout my own son out. But yeah, shout out to him for that intro. He wrote that for me real quick. That's like the rough draft too. He's gonna be mad if he knew I played that. He's like, it's not ready. But welcome, 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 or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It is Thursday, September 12th, 2019. And I'm live, baby. Yes, yes, what's up? Thank you. I know, yeah. I'm glad. And that's why I don't show my face because, I got a whole career and manage my son. I can't be having no problems. What's up, Nia? I'm glad you made it. I need you. I need. All
All right, so yeah, we had some news today. I'm just note, but yeah, in here, time is a precious commodity. It's actually the most precious, valuable thing you can give somebody. You can't redeem it. You can't get it back. So, with that being said, I appreciate you. Oh, and shout out to Michael Jackson. I feel like he's still lingering. I did a reading with him. It's on my channel. It's so deep. Checking that out because they're trying to slow me down on that video. You know, when I post a video, I can tell by the views that are coming in and at what pace they're coming in, like how it's kind of gonna do. In his video, when I posted it, it was pretty strong actually for reading, especially because my readings don't get that much as much play, I would say, as R. Kelly. I mean, I'm growing organically, so I'm cool with that. Oh yeah, Alexis is dope. Oh yeah, yeah, I did. I shouted her out. Isabel Mitten also. Oh, and Tracy Brown, I love also. So there's a lot of dope psychics out there. But yeah, so YouTube, so my channel, it was doing well, and then all of a sudden it just froze. A number, the comments stopped. Like you can just tell that it's manufactured. So with that being said, that told me that what's in that video really needs to be shared because they don't want it out there. I'm surprised they didn't try to flag me for anything. But let me be quiet before they go back looking because they look at every video. I'm telling you, money for R. Kelly videos also for those who are. All right, Deshaun, we getting there. I know R. Kelly. Hopefully, he is not ever getting out. But sounds a bit better. Oh, I'm sounding. Is my sound messed up? All right, cool. So as I was saying, they don't R. Kelly video. Whenever I post an R. Kelly video, which is most of my videos, I immediately get the message about your ads are either limited or non-existent, basically for this video. So I was choppy. I'm wondering if it's because I have it plugged in. I have it charging also. Hopefully, it's not choppy. Is for everyone? What's happening? I need to know. I need to know. It's lagging. It might be because I wonder if it is because of that. Um, that's not good. Oh, you know what? Let me actually get. I think I have it up also on my then also on my laptop. Let me get off of that. Let me see. I'll be right with you. Okay. Let me just exit this. Exit. Exit. Okay. JW, what's happening? Can you guys? Does it sound any different? Logged. I got out of the one that was up on my laptop also, so it was like I had two of them up at the same time. Katina, what's happening? Can you guys hear me? Sounds better. Okay, hopefully that fixed it. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't know if you heard what I said about Michael Jackson. I did a reading with him. Okay, thank you, Nia. Thanks, Deshaun. So yeah, I was saying I did a. Did you guys hear? Now I feel like I got to rewind myself here. So basically, they don't pay us creators, or they don't pay me at least. I was getting, let's see, okay, so I started my channel in January. I think I got my first check. Thank AW. I think I got my first check for YouTube, which they pay on the 21st of every month. They're very steady Eddie. My first check, no, I actually got it in March because it took a minute for it to kind of build up. Um, you can go live until you get at least 1,000 subscribers. So the fact that I got 1,000 subscribers that soon was like, I was mind boggled. Like, I actually have a YouTube channel. I don't want you trying to go look for me, but I have another channel with my son. We did commentary together like last year. We did like maybe 10 videos or something like that. Can't hear me, Brooke? Is Brooke the only one that can't hear me? She's saying she can't hear me. Anybody else? Obviously, if you can't hear me, then you can't answer my question. Okay, I'm picking this up. Is it still buffering? Dang it. Okay, hold on. And I know why. Dang it. So if I leave and come back, will you? Okay, I don't want to have to do that though. But if I'm buffering, then this is pointless. Um, Stay still. How does it sound? Because if this is the case, I'll just sit like this. Am I okay at this moment? Okay. I'm just going to stay right here. So, okay. So I don't know if you guys heard anything I said. Did you even hear the little intro song? I mean, we have to start over. I'm sitting down, Tasha. Okay. How did that happen? Okay, cool. So, all right, I'm just gonna move on because I was talking about how we don't get paid for R. Kelly video. Y'all don't care about that. I was just saying that because people think I'm doing this for money. I'm not gonna start over. Thank you. Okay. So people think, oh, you doing this for money? You getting paid off of R. Kelly? I ain't getting paid off of R. Kelly. Okay. As I was saying, just to enlighten you a little bit, I was getting like 300. I think my first check was like $300, and then I think after that it was like gradually going up. But then after like 3 months, they all of a sudden stopped monetizing R. Kelly videos, and I think just because of I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. I would think they want to make money too because they do make money off of it also. But anyway, so I don't make money off of R. Kelly videos. So just to let you guys know, I have other things that I do aside from this. So anyway, so R. Kelly today we got word that that was an arrest warrant issued for him because he failed to attend court in Minnesota today. Now I actually reached out to Steve Greenberg myself personally yesterday because I knew that this court date was pending for today. I think my last live I mentioned it because I listed like all the upcoming court dates that he has. So I called this guy. Of course, he answers the phone. Now, I called his cell phone. I did call his office and went to voicemail. So I said, you know what, I'm going to call him on his cell. It's plastered all over the internet. So I called his cell. Hello? I mean, he just answered the phone just like he's just like on vacation. Okay. I tried, Tasha. You know what I'm saying? But so anyway, Greenberg answers the phone. Hello? And I'm like, oh, I'm all professional about it. I told him, I'm working on a story. I just wanted to know about R. Kelly and his court appearance in Minnesota this coming Thursday. And yeah, he's still locked up. He didn't go to court. He told me, so I asked him about it. I'm like, is he going to court? And or is he going to do this by video? Like, what's the word? And he's like, I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. He said, people have called me about it, but I don't know. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, and I'm like, you know what? This is his canned answer for everything. So clearly, well, we know it's not his fault. We know it's not his fault that he's not there. And that's what because I asked Greenberg, I said, so how is this going to affect him? I mean, like, if he doesn't show up, typically there is a consequence for that. And he said, well, he can't necessarily help it, can he? I'm like, well, that is true. So I should have, gone further with him, but it was clear that he was just, he was playing stupid. He had put me on hold for a second. He asked me if I was in LA. I said, yes. He's like, so am I. He's like, hold on, I have to go through TSA. So he puts me on hold for a second, comes back, and we resumed. And, I really want to say, well, isn't that the lawyer's job? If he can't go to court and you know there's a court date, wouldn't you inquire? So you're saying you don't know anything, but people are calling you, I mean, come on now. If we know, you know. So, like, I think, he just plays a stupid role. It just doesn't make sense. Why would this happen like this? Why is there a warrant out when they know he's in jail? I know these people know he's in jail. So, right. I think anybody could get through to Greenberg. I guarantee you, if you call him, he will answer the phone. He will. I mean, unless he's tied up with something else, but he's a ham. I've been in the deep dark web of this whole R. Kelly stuff, and I feel like, it's actually a drama within a drama within a drama. Like the fans They have created their own soap opera. I don't know if any of you guys follow the stuff that's happening with these supporters. They are fighting amongst each other. You know, Dana J is at the center of it all, and it just comedy. It's comedy. But what it really is that all of the turmoil and the toxicity that is in and around R. Kelly and has been for all of these years is spilling out into. Hold on, Deshaun. Since day one, I talked about. Right. All of that toxicity is spilling out into the outside world. The guy is full of it. This is how his life has been. This is why he's at this point where he is now. He's, and now that he's sitting still, he has obviously the other prisoners around him now. He's still in a toxic place. And now it's spilled out to his fans, and they're fighting with each other. This is just the world of R. Kelly. So, the fact that they supposedly have a warrant out on him is, to me, all that says is they're just trying to compound everything as much as possible to keep him buried, which is fine with me. But it just seems kind of ridiculous the way they're going about it. I mean, I don't understand how this stuff, gets out in the media. It seems like they could play this a little more savvy like. But any thoughts, anybody on why? I just don't see the point of it, any of it. Right, Nia. I'm sipping too. Is something happening? Is something's gonna happen? Like you guys know. I mean, like I do tarot. I have deep, strong intuition. So if I focus and tap in on a certain thing or person, I'm getting info. What I've gotten with R. Kelly, with the girlfriends also, because this is how I started my channel. My first video was Azrael. It was a reading. And yeah, of course he's hiding something, Deshaun. Greenberg is hiding himself. He is himself an actor. Have you guys ever heard of a crisis actor? There are actors out here, or even, what is that called, where they target people? There's a name. There are people out there. Well, if he gets out on house arrest, I doubt, how's he going to get out on house arrest when he is. Right. I got to stay away from y'all's chat. I'm getting thrown off here. Okay, I'll be with you in a second. How can he get out on house arrest when they didn't give him bond? In he has so many cases, and I don't see how they can override another judge, another case who says no bond to allow him bond. That makes no sense. Also, like I've mentioned so many times in the comments and wherever I could, is that a lot of his crimes or alleged crimes, happened at his home or homes. How do you let somebody, that's like letting somebody return to the scene of the crime and giving them the green light to go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. No, you're not going to lay on house arrest at home. Do you know that? Are you kidding me? Even if they live stream him, his actual, yes, Nia, absolutely. Even if they live streamed him, I think he'd like it. That's what he likes. He likes being on video. He loves the attention. I don't know what his deal is. The people who support him, they never address the fact that, first of all, we can start with Rashana. I don't even like saying her name. I'm going to just say RL. We're going to start with RL, who is the initial victim from the 2002 or 2008 trial. Exactly, letting a robber run the bank. So, exactly. That makes no sense. House arrest, he can get house arrest while he's in jail because he probably still needs it on top of the fact that he is in jail. He's slick, he's slippery. Look, he uses dark magic, you guys. I'm telling you, you can believe it or you cannot believe it. This guy is not, on the surface, yes, he looks like a cool dude. I was watching some videos because I was trying to figure out, how do these people ride for him so hard? I mean, they ride for him like they know him, like it's their brother, their father, their son. They don't have any new evidence. Why do they need new evidence? Do you know how much evidence they have? Do you guys realize that they have? Okay, so as I was saying, let me just stay on track here. Rashawn Lanfair, or RL, the original initial victim, who was what, 12, 13, 14, whatever, however old, because I think she's different ages and different tapes from what I understand. Nevertheless, a teenager, a child, a kid, all right, in the video that got him in trouble back in 2002, the 2008 trial, she admitted, so she has already talked to the grand jury, testified that initially she lied. She has testified this. Her family also. They are cooperating. Understand this. It's not a rumor. This is listed in the official documents as well as letters from the prosecution to the judge with requesting no bond. This is some of the things they listed as reasons, because this is the type of things he does. He coerces, he pays, he does this, he does that. You guys still talking about those sisters? Hi, Mimi. Oh, you made it. Hey, girl. So, anyway, talking about RL, she's cooperating. She and her family, they have testified that they lied. So that means this time coming, she has already talked, but she's gonna tell what happened. I'm hoping this plays out, because that's what they're trying to avoid. That's why he's locked up right now. They want to avoid him getting out of this. This is why. Want to ask why? Why? He has no record. He's clean. He hasn't done anything. He's an angel. Well, he's not. And that's why he's in jail, because there have been decades of these allegations. Look at this Minnesota thing, 2 counts. What is this? Let me get my notes here. We're going to read. See, now let me fix my little lamp here, because y'all got me sitting back like I'm a dang mannequin now. I can't move. Okay. So, this is from KTLA5.com. A bench warrant was issued for singer R. Kelly after he failed to appear at court hearing Thursday, the Hennepin County Attorney's Office in Minnesota said. Kelly, whose legal name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, was expected at the Hennepin County District Court. Spokesman Chuck Lasuski said, Chuck said, in the 2-minute hearing, so it was a 2-minute hearing. So they wanted him to go through all that trouble for a 2-minute hearing. And with all the technology that we have today, I'm sure, as it was mentioned previously, that he could have done a video. There could have been something that could have been worked out to satisfy the court. All right. So it says in the 2-minute hearing, senior Hennepin County Attorney Judith Cole said no attorney had approached her office or filed a certificate of representation for Kelly. So these charges sounds like have not been answered to. These 2 criminal counts that he has are just dangling and hanging in the wind, while his negligent attorneys, they're supposed to be representing him, right? Because he's in jail. He can't read. He can't write. That's also another excuse. Where did he get served? All of that stuff comes into play. This is how he got off on that last thing when I think he got a default judgment, maybe for the herpes case. It was for another case, I think in Detroit, and the default judgment was set by his attorney because he was served while he was in jail and he can't read or write. And so this is what they're doing. They're letting things fall on quote unquote deaf ears. But how can you do that, and how are you legally moral? How are you even being professional as an attorney and standing up for your client by allowing these things to happen? It sounds real sloppy to me. And that says a lot. Greenberg, to me, he's a clown. I've been said that. Nothing new there. I actually have a whole bunch of notes right here, because I was going to do a video just on him. But I'm like, you know what? He don't even deserve that type of time and attention. Who doesn't have their child with them? What is all this going on in my chat? Oh, thank you, Mimi. That's so sweet. Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate you. That's really sweet. Okay, I swear I saw something saying that's why you don't have your children. I don't know what that's all about, but I have one son, and we don't have those problems. Okay, so anyway, where we at? So back to this Minnesota situation. So it goes on to say the singer is facing 2 counts of engaging in prostitution with a person under, it says 8 here. It's a misprint. I'm assuming they mean under 18 in Minnesota. A criminal complaint details an incident that occurred in July 2001 after a minor asked the singer for an autograph at a prominent promotional event. Kelly gave the girl, then 17, his autograph and a phone number, the complaint states. See, that's his problem. People want to be mad at these girls. Okay, the girl's 17, she out there hoeing, or whatever it is she's doing. Okay. But he's a grown ass man. He is not just a grown ass man, he is famous. He is, and he's also now notorious at this point for doing illegal things with children. So why then are you still exchanging numbers? And why are the people around you pandering this behavior? He should know better, absolutely. And this is why I don't buy the whole, oh, those girls this, those girls that. What about those girls? Those girls are children. They're kids. They're not fully developed. It's your responsibility as the adult to be the adult, to walk away. No, I'm good. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate the love, and walk away. But he can't do that. He couldn't do it. And this is why he's where he's at. Okay? He is he he needs to take responsibility, absolutely. And this is why that docu-series, Surviving R. Kelly, a lot of it could be BS. I'm not saying 100% of that was authentic. However, there's that's some stuff happened. Okay. I don't know if you guys need to go check out Alexis Wilson. Her channel is AUD, all caps. Go back and find, I think in 2018, she did R. Kelly reading that spoke to what's happening right now. Go back and look at her R. Kelly readings, and I'm telling you, because she and I have the same, I guess, sentiment about who he really is behind the curtain. There's some very disturbing things being said there. See, when I do my readings, I really, my cards, the ones that deck that I use usually, they don't go dark like that. But I do have the other ability, intuitive, to see beyond those cards, and I have seen some crazy stuff with regard to him and these girls. And I'm gonna tell you too, the women who have been violated, for real, we haven't seen or heard from them. And I know the prosecution even stated this, but I'm just talking about from my own, just knowing. Okay, some people have been hurt. Some women, some girls. Now women have been hurt. Some to the point of not coming back from. Like, this is, if you can't have empathy, how do you cancel out every single accuser with a big blanket? You just cover them all and you say they're all lying. How? How do you say that? Who are you to say that? So now you're really telling people, when you're violated, don't speak up, because I'm gonna tell you lying. That's what you say when you say every one of them are lying. Greenberg said this out of his own fat mouth. All the girls are lying. How do you say that? It's very irresponsible. So yeah, we were all young at one age at some time. And we all have probably been in a situation, or maybe not. Maybe you knew of someone who got into a situation with an older person of the opposite sex. Things happen. Things have happened. There are people who marry at young ages, right? When the Aaliyah thing is brought up, this is what they say. Oh, well, go ask your grandpa how old your grandmother was. That's another one they like to say. Okay, the difference, okay, some of them are arranged marriages also. We know this. This has been happening since the beginning of time, right? But we're talking about abuse, manipulation, just nasty things, okay? Y'all leaving the chat? Now y'all leaving. Okay, don't leave me, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to go back and look at what you guys are going back and forth about. It looks like something is going down. Somebody named Brooke. See, this is why I need a moderator. I don't know how to do that. Do I need to assign a moderator or what? Okay. Anyway, so he didn't show up. So they're saying, at some point he's going to have to answer to these charges in Minnesota. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to why, though, they make such a spectacle about it. It seems to me the attorneys or, whoever can communicate with each other off the radar. Okay, thank you, Nia. They could communicate with each other off the outside of the media to just figure things out. But no, it's all out in the media. He didn't show up. He has a warrant. It's everywhere. Like, his attorney should have gotten in front of this. They should have made some type of announcement about it. He's set for court, but we can't get him there. So we're working with the Minnesota court to, get this taken care of. They should have said something. But this is what I mean about being irresponsible, also unprofessional, as far as his legal team, all of them. All of them. I'm gonna even say that old girl, what's her name, Nicole Blank, whatever, Beckert. That female attorney, she's from Detroit. She used to be a prosecutor for sexual assault victims, I believe. I thought she was a bad bitch, but I watched a press conference that she actually spoke on, and she looks like a whole crackhead. Sorry. If you find a video where this attorney is speaking, she looks like she is really early in her recovery. And at that point, I knew that his whole team is a wash. From what I understand, they aren't even getting paid. They're trying to raise money. They have this whole new thing they're doing now they want $1. And I'm just helping them promote, right? But whatever. They want $1 from everybody so they can pay for whatever things that they need to try to prove him to be innocent. But oh my gosh, you guys are going back and forth about opinions. Everybody, this is why I'm here. I'm talking about my opinion. Does anybody want to get on here with me? I don't have a whole system set up for call-ins, but I do have another phone. The problem is it's just a regular cell, so I would have to call you, and I will call you from a block number and just put you on speaker. Oh, you just want me to talk? Okay. So I was gonna say though, if you want to, you could just email me your number, and I'll call you from block number, and you could talk too. Anyway, with that being said, so we're off the Minnesota thing. Is there anything else to say about that? I don't know. Whatever else y'all talking about, can we table that? Can we talk about the Minnesota case? Is there anything you want to say before I get off this topic? Because I'm about to move on to still R. Kelly, but just something else. Oh, I do want to say this though. R. Kelly cult members, where are you out there? Oh gosh, are they here? Are the fans in the room? The hardcore ones that are arguing with people? Because I'm gonna have to, if that's the case, I'm about to figure out how to, get them out of here. I don't think I can see. I need to do this. I have some platforms that I actually purchased to do this on, and I just haven't had time to figure it out. Deshaun, I know they said he hella smells. They said he stank, and he don't like taking showers, and he's just a nasty nigga. But you know what? The problem is that he was raised that way, and yeah, he can't be blamed for the way that he was raised. He can't be blamed for the abuse that he endured. But at the same time, Tasha, right? Me too. This is welcome to my life, girl. But at the same time, he grew up to be a man. He should, at that, you don't just go abusing people because you were abused. If that was the case, we would all be going around clubbing people over the head. Like, people come, you get help. Well, and he has no excuse. I mean, I'm not going to keep doing this. He had people around him. He just kept doing the same old dumb shit. Like, that's all. I'm getting mad now. Okay. But this other article, okay, I had to move a little. Hopefully I'm not buffering. But it says in this other article from USA Today about Minnesota, Kelly's attorneys did not want him to go to Hennepin County for the hearing either, it says. And none of them had filed in advance the necessary paperwork to represent him in the case. It says also no documents were filed seeking a continuance of the hearing, waiving R. Kelly's appearance, or ordering his extradition to the case. So, yeah, they let him down big time. But like I said, he's not even paying them. So are they really obligated? Like, he's really ass out right now. People want to still say he has money. If he has so much money, why are his fans scrambling and all these supposed celebrities sending money? He ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. So get off of that, okay? Um. Anyway, so yeah, this goes on to say here that Steve Greenberg, one of R. Kelly's lead defense attorneys, told the Minneapolis Star Tribune he would not attend the hearing. No, he was in L.A. He was out here. I should have asked him, what you doing in L.A.? What you doing here, huh? So anyway, this goes on to just recap everything that he's going through. He got a lot, look, against him right now. Let me pull up my stats. How many indictments and all that we got total. I had to figure it out for another thing I was working on. I was shocked. Hold on. All right, so let's see. So we got 21 state charges in Illinois. We got 2 state charges in Minnesota, 13 federal charges in Illinois, and 5 federal charges out of New York. And it's a total of 41 federal charges. 41 federal charges. He's absolutely disgustingly rotten to the core. Absolutely right. I like y'all. Y'all smart people. I like dealing with smart people. I can't with people who just don't listen. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? I mean, dude, we have a trial coming up, like, right? But what we have seen, heard, what about the book, Jim DeRogatis? This guy, he practically has all of his evidence in that book. I know everything in that book the prosecutors have, and probably have talked to all these women. I think he said there's like 80 plus women that he has talked to or that he knows have been abused, allegedly, by this dude. Okay? But yeah, it's so much documentation out there. How do you ask, where's the proof? Where's the proof? You haven't read anything. I have done so much research. I have seen things that I've never heard before. I've never seen anywhere. But I got so buried in it that I couldn't even like pull anything out to make to make it cohesive. I have something I was working on, and it was like a comparison. Like, what if he would have gone to jail in '08, and he would have gotten 15 years. So it was like this whole thing about when he would have been out and all that. What one lawyer? Tom Mesereau? Tom Resimo, he got one foot in the grave, first of all. Someone also brought up he don't know the new technology. They probably have new research things. But you know what? The lawyers, they don't even do that anyway. They have people who do that. So, you need a lawyer with connections. You need a lawyer with some seasoned lawyer who knows what he's doing. That would be Mesereau. But at the same time, he might be like just kind of done. His brain might be fried. When you get older, your brain, it's not 100% as much as you want it to be. My grandmother, bless her heart, 94 years old. She still, has conversation. Her mouth, she's a smart one. She gets smart with you too real quick, and it hasn't stopped. But she does some things. So the other day she said she didn't even know that was me sitting there. Oh, that's you all this time you've been here. Well, who did you think I was? So my point in all that is to say that Tom Mesereau, he's no spring chicken, and I don't know if he's the one, but it doesn't matter. He could get, there could be an act. I don't know. I don't want to put Jesus in this, but he's kind of done. I'm sorry to say it. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Even if, let's just hypothetically say he gets out on bail to face these charges. And there's so many of them, so many cases, so many different things. But let's say he does. Do you really think he's going to beat everything? Every single thing? Everything? Do you really think so? Okay. Well, if you think that, you're the most optimistic person probably on this planet, and God bless you. And hopefully that works for you in another area in your life, but it's not going to work for him. He's done his dirt. It catches up with you. This is what happens. This is called, and have you noticed that for the past, I would say since probably 2017, revealing has happened as far as outing, people being outed. I think in 2017 it was the side chick movement. 2017, all the side chicks were busting dudes out. Okay, I'm trying to read too. So in 2017, yeah, all these things were starting to come out as far, it was side chick after side chick after side chick busting these guys. All these men were getting caught up in affairs and this and that. And then following this, then we have the Me Too movement, the Time's Up movement, Mute R. Kelly, 2018 going strong. And Bill Cosby, obviously, Weinstein, he's facing his charges. And of course, Epstein, we see where he is. But there's been over 200 men in the media and Hollywood and in that world who have been, kind of brought to their knees. These things have been happening, and it's not fair to say, oh, they're all lying. It's not fair to say that. And if you're saying that, then you really need to look in the mirror and find out why it is you can't feel empathy for another person, another woman, especially if you're a woman. If you can't even give a woman the what is it called? Something of the doubt. I don't know why I just went blank. I'm talking about my grandmother. She's getting me back. The benefit. If you can't give somebody the benefit of the doubt, if you want to just slap her in the face with you lying, you don't know her, you don't know anything about the situation, but she's lying. Because why? Because she's a woman? See, this is why we have to have these movements. And I did a video on this too. Look, for the beginning of time, women, and I'm going to put women and then there's black women. Because we as black women, that's a whole other ball game. But women in general also, we had no rights. It was like slavery in a sense. Like you don't count. They sell you to, the family sells you. So you're a commodity, you're an asset. But you have no rights. You get beat. You can't work. You can't vote. You can't drive. You can't do this. You can't do that. So over time, and of course you're in a position, you're very vulnerable. You have to get married. You need protection. You need a husband this is why people had to get married and have kids. You got to have kids too, because you got to have somebody to take care of you when you get older and you can't work. Somebody got to keep things going. So you got to get married and have children. But today it doesn't have to be that way. And we are finally getting platforms, and we have a voice where we can actually take up for ourselves and stand up for ourselves and speak out. And regardless if it took a docuseries to put it out to the masses or whatnot, it shed light on what needed to be shed light on. So be mad at the docuseries if you want to, but the docuseries is not what's on trial. R. Kelly's on trial. All right. So Geronda Pace, I read somewhere that people think that JP is Geronda Pace, but it's not even Geronda Pace. So I will be very interested to see whether or not it ends up being Geronda Pace or not. But yeah, there's just too much with this guy. He's buried. I'm just curious to know though. So he was itching to stay in solitary. He had to stay in solitary when we first got the reports about him being locked up. He needs to be in solitary. He doesn't want to be out there. They put out his phone record for him telling somebody that they're gonna be all on me and all this stuff. But then all of a sudden, he just had to be out. He had to be out in the public, in the population. Why? So he can get those phone calls, so he can get those visits, so he could get people to do his work for him. Do you know how many people are probably doing his bidding for him out in there? He's probably promising them this and promising them that. Do this for me, call this person for me, do that for me. I'm telling you, manipulation at its best is still it's still happening. But somebody like R. Kelly, he's not gonna let this he might be down and depressed or whatever, that's natural, but he's gonna keep doing what he does. Okay? But these stories out here about Azriel and Joycelyn trying to get Hollywood work, they're working with TMZ, TMZ's, and somehow in cahoots with somebody, and they have a direct line. I think it's Greenberg, who has a direct line to TMZ, and he's probably behind the fact that these girls want to get work, like a pimp in a sense. He's pimping these girls for probably for R. Kelly. R. Kelly's like, get them to work. They can't just be sitting around. So he puts out there that they're looking for work, and he's looking to see what comes in. He wants to see if anybody's gonna bite. Is anybody gonna bite this hook that we're throwing out there? If Azriel was smart, see, they need to them being attached to this R. Kelly situation is hurting them. Our Azriel has a beautiful voice. She didn't need all this, but she could still parlay that into something if she did it the right way. And it's unfortunate that I'm even she needs her life is what she needs. But in order to live and do something you love at the same time, that's a blessing. So for you to take your gift, like R. Kelly is rumored, I'll say, to have taken these girls' gifts and throwing them in the garbage by luring them in, using that singing situation as bait, and luring them in order to just go ahead and do what with them? Nothing. Rape them, beat them, starve them, choke them, spit on them, let his boys do trains on them, make them have abortions when they get pregnant. There's just too many things, but all these things are in play or were in play. And yes, he's the Pied Piper for real. A sadist, including the body odor. Yeah, if you've heard Azriel sing, it's just so heartbreaking. That Ave Maria is so beautiful, and it just breaks my. Her father, he shows her when she was out there. He was, he said she was doing the shows, the talent shows, and she was on the right track for her age to do what she, loved and to foster that talent. But here comes the R. Kelly sweeping her off her feet, probably with all kind of promises. Oh yeah, we gonna do this. Let's do an album. Let's get you in the studio. Woo, woo, woo. And at the end of the day, it was all game. It was all game. And her life right now, she's still young, but age is fleeting. Time ticks. It don't stop for nobody. Is she gonna look up one day or at a certain age and just be mad at herself? She probably gonna blame other people, her parents. How did you let this happen? You know? And it's really sad that, like Joycelyn, these past few videos I've seen of her, she looks so sad, so lost. Like she just doesn't even know what time it is, doesn't know where she's at. She just doesn't have a look of, Azriel, on the other hand, well, let me finish that. She doesn't have a look of someone who is where she wants to be and doing what she wants to be doing. Okay, she looks like somebody who has regrets. Azriel, on the other hand, I think personally it was an act, that whole bravado stuff. I'm doing my hands like, leave me alone. I'm doing what I want to do. It's my man. Woo, woo, woo. She's scared in the real life scheme of things. And they both are, because what he's dealing with right now is very serious. I'm very sure, from what I understand, they have also lawyered up. And I'm very sure that they are aware that they could get pulled into this. If they could be found complicit in some things. I don't really know what type of things they were involved in. Just like Andrea Kelly, she's been accused also of being complicit in some of these wrongdoings when she was with him. Hey, Ty. Well, you could do the replay. There was a lot of just messed up stuff in the beginning, so just make sure to just skip through. But I appreciate you being here. But yeah, so I lost my train. But Joycelyn, so she, yeah, I think that Clary, what's his name? Angelo Clary had put out there that he is willing to pay for both of the girls to live outside of R. Kelly, and I think that was a very generous offer. I know that's probably not something they're trying to hear, but it's anything is better from being up under R. Kelly, especially now with him going through all these things. So that's what I was saying is that they can easily be pulled in if they have anything to do with any of the things that are listed in these indictments, or well, they wouldn't have to do with those things because those things were years ago. But we don't know what else might come out. They were saying more people might get indicted. We have the two co-defendants, and they were actually also at this last hearing. There's no words about them. Yeah, they do. They definitely need to get out of Chicago. Um, Chicago, and it's not known to be the safest city. Anybody from Chicago or who lives in Chicago, no disrespect, but that's not somewhere I'm trying to be in a convertible three wheeler, showing off or whatever with TMZ in tow. People be mad at that type of stuff. People have things to prove, and you never know. Somebody might put something on their head, a little bounty for clout. You cannot play around these days. People want to be famous, they want to get recognition, and something like that is easy for somebody out there thugging and, doing their thing in that way. So, anyway, I'm reading y'all chat again. Y'all got it popping in the chat. I'm jealous. So, what else are we talking about here? Where are my notes? I'm probably gonna shut this down in like a few. I've been to be an hour and like 7 minutes, but I'm gonna make sure I get out everything I have to say about this mess. Um, okay, so we talked about Minnesota. I also want to bring up. I don't know if any of you watch Love. What is it? Growing Up Hip Hop, or if you watched the Atlanta version of Growing Up Hip Hop with his daughter and Andrea Kelly on there. I mean, honestly, I think his daughter performed on one of the last episode, or one of those later episodes, and it was cringe worthy. I couldn't like, not even just the lyrics. Yeah, his daughter. What is it, Buku? I think this is horrible for the kids. I mean, this is horrible. Like Andrea, honestly, she should be ashamed of herself. How she's, for me, to me, looking out from the outside in. I hate to shame a mom. I hate, but from what I see, I feel like she's doing this the whole wrong way. Like she's going about these kids are damaged. Like, yeah, she looks cringy. She looks a little Yeah, I mean, and I don't like talking about no young whippersnappers in that way. However, she might be money hungry, but this is not the way to do it. Like putting her daughters, and she was so proud of those lyrics. They were like R. Kelly, early R. Kelly, "Sex Me Down," lyrics, and she was just grinding and writhing around, and and that wig, those wigs she wears. Where does she get these wigs and these clothes? I think it's Buku, Deshaun. It was very disturbing. That's the word. I was disturbed watching her perform. And the fact that I think she just also did another interview saying that, talking about her music and how she's trying to get from out of her father's shadow. But how do you do that when you're kind of mimicking what he was doing? Like she's trying to, but she to me looks like a kid. Like she's so, ugh, I don't, she just looks underdeveloped. She just doesn't look like she's ready. And I feel like her mom is kind of helping to push that agenda for her. Yeah. I think the whole last name thing with her, I feel like is excusable only because of the kids. Because that was always a thing. Well, my husband passed away, and I still have his. I was gonna change my last name back just because I don't f with his family. However, my son, his name, I wanted to have the same last name as my son. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason I could excuse that for. But other than that, That's what I thought it was. Buku. Her first name wasn't the problem. Okay. But yeah, I just don't know that. Like, I feel like with all this going on with him, her trying to be putting this type of music out and being out there like this, yes, Buku Abi. Wigs are horrible. Horrible. And they've been on more than one episode. I think I've noticed sometimes when people have like a bad look and they're on like reality TV and then they episode, you see them a couple episodes later looking better because they look like garbage. And not, someone has to have told her. Someone has to have. And but we can't say Andrea looks like she's the most well groomed or well presented person either. She doesn't look put together as well as she probably could. Anyway, let me stop bashing these women. I just want to bring up the daughter though because she did also mention that I think she thought about suicide. So to me, she's just not in a place to be doing this type of stuff. I feel like she needs to be in a therapist's office, go to school, do something other than that. Oh, right. I don't think she uses Kelly. I think Andrea might be the only one and the youngest. I'm not sure. But yeah, if she's not using it, the kids aren't using it, she could definitely not use it no more. Let's see. So I already talked about the fans and how, oh, the second daughter too. Oh yeah, the NFL. So I had a poll earlier about what else y'all would want to talk about aside from R. Kelly, and the most votes went to Kevin Hart. People also commented Wendy Williams. I don't know what's going on with Wendy. I don't really keep up with Wendy like that, but for what I understand, it looks like she's cleaning her act up right now. She's saying last headline I saw was that she is not going to live with no other man. Her husband is going to have a separate home if she does remarry. She is a mess. I like Wendy though. I know people don't like her. The type of work she does put her in a position where people ain't going they want to shit on you because you shitting on them. Nia. Nia don't care about Wendy. Okay, I hear you. Yeah, that is true. She did. She does money. She did lie to save her image. She should have not done that. If everybody else is talking about it, that's like, you walking in. Let's see. I mean, with something like a piece of gum on your forehead, and you acting like the gum ain't on your forehead. Everybody sees the piece of gum on your forehead. You can't just walk around with the gum on your forehead. Like, really, we see it. So address it. Take it off. Talk about it. Something. Yeah, she did do that. She did it to herself. But I'm glad she finally got out of that marriage. That was ridiculous. Who stays with somebody? And on top of that, he was making money off of her. Not only making money off of her, but keeping the lifestyle of his girl up with Wendy's money. That's something, you get murked over stuff like that, man. I'm telling you, man, this is not something to play with. Let's see. So the most votes that all these reports y'all hearing are lies. Lies and more lies. Okay, Kevin Hart is not in great spirits, and he's going into rehab. He's getting out of the hospital and going into rehab. He's going to probably a private facility where he can recover in peace and quiet, where somebody's not going to jeopardize their whole life by snitching on him because of the HIPAA stuff. But according to what happened, I mean, according to the reports we got about the accident, there is no way this man, like, what did Tiffany Haddish say? Oh, he's already walking. No way. The wife said when she called into the 911 call that something was protruding from his back. 3 fractures? That's serious. So, with that said, I'm going to direct y'all, when you can, go to Tracy Brown's channel. She's a psychic. She has a video on the whole Kevin Hart situation. She spells it all out in her, and I resonated. Everything she said was pretty much with what I got, because I did pull cards on that too. I was like, this is some bullshit. Let me see what the cards got to say. And I'm going to just give you the short of it. She basically said that the girl, so the 3 of them were in the car. It's a 2-seater. The girl let's see, the her dude, wink wink, was sitting in the passenger in the driver's seat, Kevin in the passenger seat, and the girl, she said, was laying in the middle on her stomach with her feet to the back, head to the front, and she was basically servicing one or both of them at the same time. This is why she wasn't hurt, because she would have been decapitated had she had been sitting up any higher than the two of them. She was laying down. So she was saying that basically that was Kevin's side piece. Kevin's side piece, the front was that they were doing, they were swinging, or the fact that that guy was her dude is a lie. But she and Kevin were definitely doing some things, and that's what they were doing out there. And they say Nico knows, and she also swings with Kevin, but probably wasn't appreciating the fact that he was doing something without her. If you listen to the 911 video, she sounded like she was dang drunk or high her dang self, and she sounded like she really didn't give a damn about him. Yeah, no, that's Tracy Brown's reading, Mrs. Wells. My reading did resonate with what she said, though. But if you go to Tracy Brown's channel and look at this video, it's deep. And I say look at it because it's good. She said that basically he's gonna, it's gonna take him a long time to recover. He's not gonna be able to do the same type of stand up. Because he's so animated in his stand up and he's very physical. He's a little guy, but he jumps around and all that. He can't be doing none of that. And those action movies are going to come to a cease. He's going to be dealing with money issues because of these medical bills. And also, she said the wife's going to divorce him, so he's going to have to pay her. So he might get a lawsuit or two, maybe from one or two or both of the people involved in the car. He's not going to be able to work like he was to bring that money in to recuperate from these things. So it's serious business. So yeah, it sounds all bad for Kevin. And I think that what's her name, Tiffany Haddish, spoke out on his behalf because he's the one that introduced her. He's the one that got her on, and I think if he goes, she gonna go too, because she's barely hanging on as it is. Yeah, he's not gonna be the same, and it is sad. Little wheelchair. I mean, it is sad though, definitely. Let's see what else. Oh, R.I.P. also to LaShawn Daniels. I don't know if you guys are familiar with LaShawn Daniels. He was a prolific songwriter. He worked with a lot of artists from back in the 90s to present. We're talking, the big ones, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. I mean, everybody. And he actually also used to be on that show with Tamar and Vince on the reality show, him and his wife, April. They were such a cute couple, and I think they got into it, or they had a falling out with Tamar and Vince. So then I don't know if they ever made back up or not, but it got pretty nasty. And of course, Tamar involved, and now knowing Vince and how shady he is, because I don't know if y'all heard about Vince. He's in serious debt right now. He owes millions of dollars to the label because I guess they fronted him money that he squandered on mansions and whatnot. He and Tamar are divorced. I'm sure he probably had to pay her something. He's not milking her cash cow self anymore either. But yeah, they said he's in a lot of debt, and he's you know he's going downhill. So LaShawn Daniels, though, was in a car accident also, but he lost his life. And this sounds like upon impact, some other car was coming down a road and hopped over to his side of the road. I don't know. Another person also, I think the driver that hit him also died. He passed, and then there was another person involved that may have survived, but they're very seriously injured. So LaShawn Daniels, if you haven't heard of him, you should definitely Google him and look him up. He was amazing. They showed his service and Mary Mary. He wrote for Mary Mary. He did a lot of songs. He did a lot of big songs. I think he even did The Boy Is Mine, Brandy and Monica. He did a lot of songs that you would be surprised about, actually. What else? Yes, head on collision. It was really sad. It's just a trip. All these car accidents. We're hearing about a lot of car accidents. You guys be very safe out there when you're out there in these streets, because people, they get distracted. They're texting. I get so mad when I see somebody texting. I literally honk at them and tell them to keep their goddamn eyes on the road. I know that song has come up over and over and over the years. The Boys Mine, talking about how Brandy and Monica used to fight. So, Monica, they said, punch Brandy in the face right before they went out to perform at a some event, because Monica was hood like that. But yep, just like that. So what else is happening? Did you guys? Does anybody watch Queen Sugar by any chance? Do you guys watch TV? I just watched the final of that, and that is one of my favorite shows. It's so good. Oh man, it's such a good show. It's on OWN. Oprah's own network has a lot of good shows and movies and stuff, but this show, Queen Sugar, is top of the line. You be on YouTube all day, Mrs. Wells, all day. Oh, you too, Nia. Okay, what do you? Greenleaf, yes. Oh, Greenleaf. That's right, JW. Okay, Mrs. Wells, who's your favorite YouTuber? Like, who do you look on YouTube for on a regular? I'm curious to know, like, what type of things, people do you watch, and like, who do you watch? Oh, that's so sweet. But I'm not on here like a lot like that. There's people who are on here every day. Like, who else? Who? That's really sweet though. But who do you guys look to when you are on here? Oh, since day one. Okay, just a lot of different stuff. So I think for me, I didn't even know YouTube before I put my channel out here. I didn't even know YouTube had all these commentaries and all this stuff. I used to come on here for music, really, and then, or if I was like I missed something on TV and I was looking for. Oh yeah, Toxic. I like her too. She she is funny. Um, yeah, I realized. So I think Tanya, like her too. Oh, and I like Paris Milan and Chronicle Speaks. And I do listen to Olivia the Oracle, even though she snorts and stuff throughout her lives. And who else do I watch? The ones you mentioned, also Tanya TKO. Oh, yeah, impressive. Yes. Leah Gordon. I don't know her. Oh, yeah, Tasha K, of course. Tasha K came back with something recently. Patty Jackson from the WDAs. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Wells. I'm going to do more. I'm going to try. My goal is to do a reading every Sunday, to post one every Sunday. So I'm going to try to start doing that. Erica De Niro. Okay, I'm getting some new people that I need to look up because I haven't heard about these people. Okay, I watched like Armand Wiggins. He got into a little trouble on his channel recently, I think, because of Black China's mom, Tokyo Tony. He was covering that Black China show, and some of those people, he got them to call in. Head scratching videos. There's videos out there like they're like dark, like they're like this where they don't show their face. But Deborah Cooper, never heard of her either. But they talk about people like they like celebrity stuff, or just different things, like what's her name, Kanika Jenkins, people who cover her, Sharon Bush. I didn't see her interview with Toxic, but I have seen a couple of her videos. I don't know about her because I'm not sure about her stance. I know she's a supporter of R. Kelly, but she put stuff out that I'm like, I don't know. Oh, hair videos. Girl, I think I watched one or two hair videos because I was trying to do my own ends and my braids, because I usually just, when I braid my hair back, I always wanted to just be able to add the hair because otherwise I have to go pay somebody. So anyway, I watched one or two and I caught on and got it too, by the way. But after that, I swear every suggested video was a hair video. And I'm fascinated by them. As soon as they pop up, I'm like, oh my God, how do they do that? Yeah, the hair videos get me. I learned fast. I've been braiding hair since I'm like 10. So, oh yeah, I know she's a nutrition. She's riding hard for him, talking about Sharon Winbush. But at the same time, there's something that I can't put my finger on that's just off with her. I don't know. And it's not because she doesn't show her face, because I don't show my face. I don't fault nobody for that. I know, to me, I'm kind of a fool for showing your face. I mean, unless you have nothing else going on in the world that, you know, you could jeopardize or, you know, put into any type of situation, you can go ahead and I don't see why people put their face on it. The whole world is watching this. You could say something, you could go out to the streets, next thing you know, people are after you. I'm not with that. But do a reading on who, Mrs. Wells? I'm sorry, I missed. Let me see. Can I scroll back up? No, I can't. Yeah, something's off with her though, definitely. So I don't know what it is. She's strange. But I did really enjoy the video where she went off on Dana J. Because I can't stand Dana J. Ever since he came into, oh, Sharon Wimber Bush. Well, I would need to, I guess I could. There are pictures of her out there. There are pictures of her. Because I typically need just a picture to do a reading. So, I guess I could try it and see what comes up. She went off on Dana J, and that's when I introduced her. I mean, that's when I was introduced to her, and he is a mess, right, Nia? He is a mess. I was watching something today on this channel. It's called Hollywood Next, Nex, and I think she's a supporter too. So, I mean, if I'm giving these people promotion, I guess I am. But she cussed him out, and then this other guy, Kevin Terrell, went off on him and threatened him, told him if he came back to Chicago, he gonna get dealt with because he's planning another rally out there. And this is the guy who actually DJ'd the after party for the first, if you want it a rally, I call it a kickback, or, you know. I've been doing readings, oh my gosh. I would say, well, I've been doing them for, just had my cards. One particular deck I've had since 98. How long is that? Almost 20 years. But I've been doing them for people for probably 15 years, something like that. I have a lot of clients. Most of my clients are for the guided meditations, though, because the guided meditations are for manifestation. I've had people with issues. They call me the next week, like, I don't know what you did, but thank you. And it was all resolved. So, yeah, a long time. So, but yeah, I could probably try to do a reading on Sharon. I'm gonna try to do these on Thursday, every Thursday, because that's like really the best night for me to do these lives. So hopefully you guys could come back, and maybe I'll do that. I'll do that in between and tell you guys what I came up with on Sharon. I'll do one on Dana J too, because there's that's what I was saying. There's a channel, Hollywood Next, Nex, and this person also talks into a dark, a faceless camera or whatever. But she breaks down Dana J's lies on some of these videos. It is so funny because he's literally talking. She'll pause the video and say, "Oh, okay, that's not true," but okay, you know, because he lies so much. His last video, I think he said he has excellent credit and a black card. You don't have a black card and you do not have excellent credit. I can look at him and tell he don't. I can. He is a fraud. He is definitely a fraud. He's just one of those people. He wants to be in the light. He wants to be in the light. He wants people to know him. He wants to be R. Kelly. That's really what it is. And you know, it's sad that he has manipulated people around to believe that he's actually a supporter. Because I do believe, based on even some of these videos I just said about from Hollywood Next, she pointed out some things, and I'm like, you know what? Wow, that is interesting. You know, he's on with what's his name, Angelo Clary. He's on a live with him, and he's saying they're cousins. There's a lot of things he said that just point to him being somebody on the other side. So anyway, enough on him, because he definitely doesn't deserve my time. Look, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this, but unless there's anything else, let's open this up for any open questions, anything before we go. Or are we good? I'm gonna come back next Thursday. I'm gonna make a note right now for Sharon Wimbush, because I will forget. That's the thing, goddess. That's all the people around Arcane, all those supporters. They are taking a shot at being something. Oh yeah, that's true. They have books, and they want to talk about the girls from the Surviving R. Kelly having ventures and things, but they themselves also have the thing. So they're trying to get their stuff off too. Now they're putting panels together, because you know the big thing on YouTube. I don't know if you guys sector. And it's like, let's see, people like, what is her, Fire Babe, and Jay Wilson. King Dives, I think it is. I'm trying to remember these people. Um, who else is involved in that? Seven Stars. So there's a whole sector of people, they all know each other and they beef with each other and they make money off of it basically because people tune in to, so they go on live, they talk trash about each other and then they wait for the other people to come back, and so it's like an ongoing beef between like all these people. They team up with other ones, they do panels together and they make money together. That's what they're doing. They're working together, and that's how I feel kind of about the R. Kelly thing, is that some of these people are actually working together. So, so I can't do if I could do the Jamaica accent, I would have done it. I couldn't have missed my opportunity. Yeah, there's a whole sector. I don't know if any of you guys watch these people YouTube. I think people really believe they fight each other, but these people are working together. They're working together, and you guys are cash apping them. From what I understand, like one guy, he made like he got on someone else's live, and I think they were on maybe an hour. He made like $1,000. This is what they do. They just hop on each other's channel. They have manufactured beefs, and yeah, this is what they do. So anyway, just watch. Before you buy into some of these people, if you're watching them, don't send them no money because I'm telling you right now, it's a game. So you have to burn sage when you move around YouTube. Oh, for sure. Thank you, JW. It was fun. Also, you guys, if you're here and you haven't subscribed, do so. Go ahead and like this video and also replay. Let me play real quick. If y'all didn't hear it in the beginning, my son did this little intro for me, but I'm gonna play it also for the outro. It's a cool little ditty if I could find it, and I appreciate him for doing this for me. But anyway, as I was saying, till next time, y'all. Peace.
Subscribe.
Here we go.
Yeah. He's got his dawn in a chariot. Where she at? There she is. Use your third eye, then look up high. Sun is rising. No more good nights. Time to take flight. Don't be uptight. Like and subscribe. Comment something nice. It's love in this light. High vibration. Here's God is dawn. Get information.
Ow! Night, y'all.